right, look how boring it looks now. So boring. But I moved my feeders over to this tree for now. I can still see them in my window from there. And sitting on the porch here, you can see the feeders through the sprinkler. There you go. Here's my flowers that I planted the other day. These are just starting to come up, but this is how boring it is over there now. Oh, so boring. Well, good afternoon. Today is Tuesday, June 18th. As you can see, my tree is gone. Oh, he came very early this morning, in the cool of the morning. He got here about 9 o'clock. And by noon, my tree was gone. I miss it already. I miss it. But I was able to hang my bird feeders down by the other tree. I had him trim the other tree too because it was kind of low to the people when they were walking by had to duck underneath to get past my property. So he just did a little bit because it's a maple tree and he said there's a lot of sap and it's not the time to trim the trees, but he just took a couple branches off so people could walk on the sidewalk with no problems. But he's going to come back in the fall and plant a tree, level off the stump hole and retrim the other tree and then trim the tree in the backyard. I miss it already, let me tell you, because my room is so bright now. It's like, before it was a little dark, but it was always really cool. It was nice and cool in here because of the tree. And I get the western sun, so I can only imagine how hot it's going to get later on in the day. But other than that, we have birthdays today. Today is my granddaughter Sophia's 14th birthday. Here's a picture of Sophia. I remember sitting in the room when Christy was getting an ultrasound and she kept saying, I hope it's a girl, I hope it's a girl, I hope it's a girl. And it was a girl and it was Sophia. But she had such a hard time with the delivery. She said she'd never have another child. She was not going through that again. She had to have a C-section. She says, I am not doing that again. So Sophia is an only child. But they get along well. They're a nice little family unit. But Sophia, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sophia. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Well, I hope you have a great, great birthday, Sophia. But it's also Juanita Perens. Juanita, it's your birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Juanita. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Well, I hope both you and Sophia have a great, great birthday. But we have some anniversaries because today is Janet and Thomas Miller's 30th anniversary. Happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy, 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 happy anniversary, happy, 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 happy anniversary. It's also Randy and Deborah Korb, K-O-R-B. Today is their 36th anniversary. Happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy, 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 happy anniversary, happy, 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 happy anniversary. Well, I hope you have a great anniversary too, but it's also Cindy and Gary Shells, but I don't know how many years it is, but today's their anniversary. Happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy, 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 happy anniversary, happy, 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 happy anniversary. Well, I hope you have a great anniversary too. Oh my gosh, it's another hot, hot, hot one out there today. I did turn my sprinklers on in our subdivision or where I live. On even days is my day to water. So I watered all the plants, and then Jim and I went to get our vein results. We had good news and bad news. Jim got the good news. I got the bad news. Jim's good news was his veins were fine. There was nothing wrong with them. The bad news for me is one of my veins, the main vein, has a small leak in it. But because of my age, the recommendation is just to treat it with like for 40 minutes every night. I'm supposed to lay on the couch or lay on a bed or lay on something and keep my feet elevated above my head for 40 minutes. Drink lots of water and to get some support hose or stockings or whatever. He gave me a prescription because I do have like bigger legs, to have them specially made. So, and then he said to try that for 4 months, and then come back in 4 months, and then he said he could do some kind of a procedure, but it wouldn't do anything with the main vein. But because of my age, he said, he doesn't like to risk it, for blood clots and things like that, unless my legs are really bothering me. And other than the little bit of swelling that I have, they really don't bother me that much. So it kind of was in a way good news, because I wasn't looking forward to having surgery. And then, the older you get, the more dangerous surgery is. And so I wasn't anticipating a great joyfulness of hearing that I had to have surgery. So, and then he made me older than I was. He says, on your next birthday, you'll be 75. And I go, no, I'll be 74. And he says, well, you were born in 1950. And I go, but I'm only 73 right now. Don't push my ages. I really don't have a problem with my ages. I don't have a problem telling you how old I am. I'm 73. I don't have a problem with that. But, like when we were talking, I said, I have more years behind me than I do in front of me. And so I want to do as much as I can to have more years ahead of me than I'm never going to have as many years behind me, in front of me, as I had behind me. But, live a good, healthy lifestyle. I could live another 20 years, 30 years. There's people that live to be 100. I could do that. As long as I'm, capable of getting around. It's just, I just think that, I just wish that, I wish that I was younger. I do. I really do. But, there's so many things in life. I know my limitations, and I don't want to get all political in that, but I just think that there should be an age limit on our people in Congress and running for president. Both of them are too old. Both of them are too old. Neither one is a good choice. I just think that both parties could come up with better candidates. I really do. I truly, truly do. And I think that if you didn't let the people stay in power, which it is power, they're power hungry. If you don't let them stay in office as long as they do, they can't accumulate all that power. Give them like 2 terms, maybe 3 terms. 3 terms and you're out. I think that's, you've got people they're in their 80s and 90s, and I'm speaking for somebody at 73. I mean, I think I'm pretty spry still, but I don't have the energy of a 50-year-old. I don't even have the energy of a 60-year-old. So I just think that, age is just a number. It really is. But you have to face the facts of life. Like when you get older, you're going to slow down. You really are. Things are going to come a little bit slower to you. You're going to have to, why am I in this room kind of a thing, more often than someone that's 40 or 50. Not to say that someone that's 40 or 50 doesn't walk into a room and don't know why they walked into the room. I'm not saying that. But, and I do think that if I eat healthy and get my exercise in, I can do all of those things. I know I can. I just know I can. But I have to work a little bit harder on that. I really want to get back to walking, but not this week. It's so stinking hot. I mean, it's like with the index right now, it's like 102. And I watered my flowers where the sprinklers didn't work, not fit, but reach. And boy, by the time they was done, I wanted to douse myself. I mean, I was hot. I was really hot. I had to sit down a little bit because I thought I was getting a little bit of a heat wave, heat stroke. So I thought, no, I don't need that. I just need to sit down. I had my water. I drank my water while I was out there. And I drank water from the hose, just like when I was a kid. And you know what? I survived. I really did. I didn't need bottled water. I drank water from the tap. I know we didn't have fluoride and all that in the water when we were growing up in that, but I wonder how often we had E. coli. We went in the lake all the time, but now there's always E. coli warnings. Don't tell me that there weren't E. coli warnings back then, because I think the water was maybe not as polluted, but I think it was polluted. I really do, because you could be in the water and see some fish floating by. And you kind of knew that the water wasn't that great, but you still were in there swimming away, not a care in the world. But so anyway, so we went to the vein doctor and we found that out, and then we came home. We're going to go tonight to celebrate Sophia's birthday at Olive Garden. I told Christy to tell Sophia's go-to menu. Her thing she goes to is chicken fettuccine Alfredo. That's what she always orders. And so I said, why don't you go up to the server before they come to take the orders? And when Sophia orders it, say, well, I'm really sorry, we're out of fettuccine Alfredo today. Just to see the look on Sophia's face. She's going to go, ah! She had asked me to make that for her birthday dinner. And I said, Sophia, I can make it for like 3 or 4 people, but I don't know that I can make it for 30 people. That's a lot. That's a lot of, no. So she ended up, she just said spaghetti for her birthday dinner, which she likes my spaghetti. So that worked out well. But, Anyway, Mary got good news today. She's coming home to her apartment on Saturday. They're going to release her from her physical therapy rehab center. You know, you always, when you say rehab, people think she's like for alcohol or something. No, it's physical therapy. So she's looking forward to that on Saturday. And Sandra, if you could say some prayers for Sandra's sister who had the liver transplant. I think her name was Kay. She has pneumonia now. She's in intensive care. So if you could say some prayers for her. And Doug's got his surgery coming up. So if you could say some prayers for Doug. And, you know, anybody else that needs prayers, just, you know, put it in like a group thing, you know, whatever. But other than that, I really don't have any plans. I slept really well last night and went to bed fairly early for me. I went to bed like at 12:30. That's early for me because I usually don't go to bed till 2 or 2:30. And then caught up on some of my shows. Finished my book last night, The Brothers of Auschwitz. I did finish it last night. I enjoyed it in the sense that it was well written, but not the facts of the book. They were disturbing. But you know, it's about the Holocaust, so what do you expect? It is going to be disturbing. But I did read that, and I did watch on I think it was on Hulu or was it Peacock, The Tattooist of Auschwitz. So I'm not going to read the book because I saw the movie, which was a good movie. It really was. I might somewhere along the line, and I need some light reading right now. This was kind of deep. I need some light reading for enjoyment. And then tomorrow the guy's coming to do a tune-up on our home generator. They do it once a year. So he, you know, change the batteries out, make sure it's running properly, keep it under warranty. And then I got to call and find out when the guy's going to come to finish doing not finish, but to do my deck, so I can, hopefully by Monday when it's cooled off, that I can get outside and sit and enjoy myself. Danny and Brooke leave for their honeymoon tonight. Danny worked all day, and he's going to go. He says he's just going to sleep on the airplane because it's a night flight. I think the flight leaves at 7:30, and then he has an hour and a half layover in Washington, D.C., and then they fly into Scotland. I think they get into Scotland at 10 o'clock tomorrow, Scotland time. I don't know exactly whereabouts in Scotland they're landing, but they're going to go to Scotland and Ireland for their honeymoon. And David and Cindy and Alyssa are all down in Florida now. They're at Cape Coral, I think it is. They have a Airbnb that they rented, so they're down there. And I'm just trying to figure out some ways to come up with some money. Because this has been the summer of expense, and it's only the middle of June. And I go, oh, come on, let's stop anytime now. It was funny because my neighbor next door, Jason, who I really like a lot, he doesn't like my tree. Well, I don't blame him. He doesn't have any trees on his property at all, and my tree always shed all the leaves onto his property. And I saw him. He always blew them back onto my property. And so then when we had told him we were going to take the tree down, he says, oh, good, I don't have to blow them back on your lawn anymore. And I said, no, you don't have to worry about that. And he says, oh, I'm just kidding. I said, Jason, you're not kidding. I saw you every time you did it. He says, you did? And I go, yeah, you weren't very, secretive about it. And he says, oh. And I said, no, I don't blame you. It wasn't your tree. Why would you rake the leaves? So he says, well, okay. So when he pulled up, the tree was gone. I was sitting outside watering my flowers, and he jumps out of his car, and he's going, yeah. And I'm going, no, sad face. And he's going, no, happy face. He was happy the tree came down. I hate taking down a healthy tree. I really do, because it was a healthy tree. It really was. But it was getting so close to my basement walls, and I just had that big major expense of that last year when my basement flooded. So I don't need that to happen again. So reluctantly, I took it down. And then we're first on his list in the fall for him to put the tree in. He just told us to go pick out what tree we want. He told us where to go. And then he says tag it with his name on it. And then in the fall, he'll come and plant it for us. So, but he got the trunk and the root and everything. He did a really good job. A really, really good job. I'm really happy with it. So, all right. Well, that's going to do it for now. Yeah, I haven't got much more to talk about. So, yeah, that's it. So let's talk again tomorrow. See you then.